How are you? It's
Pretty
great
good.
seeing you again.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
First of all, thank you for this UK experience, the opportunity of being here at the Continental, and thank you for this amazing show. It's just incredible.
Thank you.
We
So glad
really
you like
enjoy
it.
watching the first episode. Why go back to the 70s? Why a prequel?
Our original idea after John Wick 2 was to do a show in the present day, and we hired two really good writers, and we worked on it for years. Ultimately, we realized we had two insurmountable issues. One, we didn't have Keanu, and if you're gonna be watching, Continental Buenos Aires, Continental London, you're gonna be like, where is John Wick? And second thing is, we were making the films at the same time, and we didn't have any kind of synergy between the stories we were telling in the TV show and the film. In fact, they were in danger of stepping on each other. And we sent a message to all the agents and managers in Hollywood saying, does anyone have a good idea for a John Wick TV show? These guys came in, the writers, and they said, there's a line in John Wick 1 or 2 where Winston says, I've been a member of this institution and run this hotel for 35 years. They said, let's tell that story. Let's tell the story of Winston getting the hotel for the first time. And what that did for us is, one, the 70s is super cool, and we haven't seen it.
Definitely. Tell me about it.
And it allowed us, there wasn't pressure on, okay, there's no Keanu, because obviously he'd be like 7 years old or something. And then the third thing was, it fed the features, and the features fed the TV show. In other words, the more features we do, the more resources we have creatively to take advantage of in the prequel. And so that's kind of why we embraced it personally, and I love the 70s. I think the 70s are really cool, and really there's a great swagger in Sam and Albert, and it's almost like one of the main characters of the show. It's just the location and the vibe.
Good morning, Mr. Scott. I trust your journey wasn't too unpleasant.
First class.
The manager of the hotel has requested the pleasure of your company.
Welcome to the Continental.
People are going crazy about this premiere. I wonder, what is it about this universe that people are so fascinated about it?
I mean, I think first and foremost, it's an experience, right? It's so fun. I think we've done such a great job with the movies in the sense where someone's going to show up for John Wick, they know they're going to have a great time. We have a high bar. It's great action. It looks beautiful. A sprawling cast of characters that you care about, and so I think that's all part of what people love about the movies. That and Keanu.
Did Keanu watch the episodes?
I don't think he watched the final episodes. We were shooting John Wick 4 while we were shooting this. And then he went off, and now he's touring with his band. Keanu really early on said, guys, I'm not in this. This is your world, your thing. He's an incredibly generous guy. He's a good dude. He's not just gonna say, oh, put my name on something. When he's involved in something, he's involved in something.
His work ethic is really intense, and he's an amazing partner. So he's like, if I'm not working on it every day, then it's not my thing.
Maybe you can have him on a second season.
As a 7-year-old or...
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would you say it was the biggest risk you took while doing the Continental?
Not having, doing a story in the John Wick world without having John Wick himself, by far. The second right below that was, how can we replicate the 70s New York City in Budapest?
Because you filmed there, right?
Filmed there.
Yes.
The whole
thing.
All of it.
We didn't shoot
back
one
lot,
day
yeah.
in New York City.
Wow.
So
Neither in London.
nothing.
Can we please talk about Mel Gibson? I would say it's one of the best roles he ever played.
That's
Seeing
right.
him in the Continental. Would you think the same way?
Yeah, I mean, we agree.
It's
His performance is
amazing.
amazing.
Well, it's fun, and he
And
plays
he's
a-
fun. He's
Right,
very
yeah.
known for doing, practical jokes
Oh, yeah.
to all of his castmates.
He's a nutty professor. He's a mad scientist, and I think this role captured his mania, you know what I mean, and his craziness. And I think that's why it's fun to watch him in it.
Your brother stole something from me.
I don't know what Frankie is.
What Frankie took is very important to a lot of very dangerous people. If you don't retrieve it, I'll bring the weight of this whole institution down on you both.
Next year it's gonna be a decade, right, since the birth of the saga. Do you know any celebrations fans can expect, maybe?
You just planted the seed. I think
I didn't even
we
know
should,
it was 10 years.
Yeah, 2024.
I think I'm gonna get paid for this.
I know. I think you should come and let's throw a party.
I didn't know it was a 10-year anniversary. Knowing Chad, he will insist that there is the entire
ceremony.
The world shuts down for a week.
We all take a moment.
Yeah.
I want to be in Barbie, please.
We've never seen South America, and we've talked about Argentina all the time. It's
Oh
Buenos
my
Aires,
God!
yeah.
This is the highlight of my day.
Yeah, I've never been.
Well, we've never seen it. We've never seen it in films. For some reason.
Argentina, it is the place.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've been to Buenos Aires. It's beautiful. It's an incredibly
And the quality,
filming
they
place.
make films and movies there and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
And
the
which
production.
sounds stupid, but it's also in the time zone is relatively the same. So you don't have that awful you're 8 hours away from your family and you're like, oh, don't talk to them half the day. It's still you still can talk to LA or New York or
Perfect
Chicago.
place to be.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Lovely meeting you.
I appreciate
Yes.
you too.